We are joined by the team players, Captain Innocent Maela, as well as Tshegofatso Mabasa. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Just a few house rules. We are big pressed for time, so you're going to have strictly 15 minutes with this session. With these two players, we will thereafter avail 2 more players for one-on-ones. They will strictly be 15 minutes as well. So for the press conference part of it, please ensure that you limit yourselves to 1 question per journalist. I will not give anyone an opportunity to ask a secondary or a follow-up question if you've already been given an opportunity, not unless it's still within the 15 minutes. So we have to be strict to allow everyone an opportunity to at least get their questions, and please be advised that these 2 gentlemen will not be available for the one-on-ones. We'll change players and get 2 different players for that. We're all on the same page. And then as per norm, please put your recording device, if you're using your mobile phones as recording devices, may I ask that they're on silent mode. We are on a metal table, so the vibrations will be quite loud and they will distort the sound for everyone else. So please ensure that they're either on flight mode or they're off vibrate as well. For everyone else, please put your cell phones on silent mode. As per norm, for the press conference, identify yourself, or rather for asking questions, identify yourself, as well as the media company you represent prior to asking your questions. I will start with the captain. If you can just give us just a word from the camp. How's the mood at camp? How are the players doing, and just your preparations going to the final this weekend?
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. Yeah, big week ahead. Exciting week for the team, for the group, for the club. We just got back now from our day off, so our preparations start today. We're looking forward to it. We know that we have to be focused and dedicated, throughout the week, as we always are when we prepare for matches. So yeah, our preparations start today, and we're looking forward to it.
Okay, we'll now open for questions from the floor by a show of hands. Like I said, please identify yourself as well as the media company present. Are there any questions? Okay, this is going to turn out to be a very short presser. Shouldn't be worrying about time. Are there questions? I'm serious.
Good morning. It's Jordan from New Senegal. Questions for you. Mabasa. In terms of when you came in, you said that one of the things that you're targeting is to finish the golden boot, which at that point it seemed like something that was a stretch, but you managed to do. How have you been able to achieve that, and what is that confidence does in terms of going to the final?
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. Look, I've always been a person that believes in myself, and I feel like this club, they gave me the right platform, the players that are around me, the players that I'm playing with currently, with the amount of chances that we create as well. I mean, it was only just a matter of time, because like I say, I believe in my abilities as well, and I want to score goals, and that is exactly what I was doing.
Morning, I've got a question for both of you. How has it been playing the Nedbank Cup campaign this season as compared to last season? I mean, when you look at last season, most of your opponents were from the lower leagues, but this time around, you've also played a couple of DSTV Premiership teams within this campaign. So how has it been, playing that now? And then for you,
someone who said one question, the journalist.
Yeah, thank you for the question. I think when you look at last season's campaign compared to this season's, 2 different seasons. Yes, you're right. Last season we played more lower division teams, but when you look at how the games were played, I think there are a couple of games where we went through via penalties. So it's been 2 different campaigns. I think this season, because of the amount of goals we've been scoring, I think. We've been more fun to watch, you can see with the capacity at the stadiums, it's always packed when we play. So I think this season we've brought that energy, and I think we're gelling well. I think the team has shown the competitive edge this season, playing in this campaign, and hopefully we go all the way in the final.
Is that the question already?
Question for Tshego, just working under Coach Jose Rivera in the past 5-6 months, how has he got the best out of you? I think you scored 10 goals, 13 games, and a couple in the Nedbank Cup, 3 goals in the Nedbank Cup. So just working under him, how has he got the best out of you?
He's a coach that believes in his players. And as long as you put in the work at training, he will continue to give you that confidence. And each and every player in this team, actually each and every player in this league, as long as you find a coach that believes in your abilities and that gives you that confidence from training, then you are bound to perform at some point, and that is exactly what happened with me. They welcomed me well back here at the club, and everything's been going well for me so far.
When the cameras comes.
Good morning, gentlemen. Captain, you come into this match facing a Sundowns that shows a true reflection of the South African Premier League. The team 1 and 2 actually find themselves playing in the final of the Nedbank Cup. I mean, even Tshego sitting next to you is the top goal scorer for the season. These two teams, that's where the cream of South African football has been this season. How big is this final compared to the other finals that you played, even the last one that you played, seeing that you're the defending champions? Now that this one has got a little bit of a Sundowns player, a fan, an official saying, Basketball team in Blabber. Now we make them again. How big is this one? For at the back of the training room and all of that.
Yeah, that's actually a very good question. But to be honest, when you play a cup final, already the game on its own is big, regardless of the opponents. But yeah, you're right. We're playing against the champions of the league. We're playing against a good team. We know that, and we respect that. And yeah, there'll always be that element behind the scenes with the supporters talking and vice versa. But for us, it'll always be the same. Big game, considered as a big game or a small game, our focus and dedication is always the same for us to make sure that we go there and we play the game, we focus on our plan and not the occasion. So yeah, compared to the other finals, for me personally, and I'm sure from the players' perspective, cup finals are always big, regardless of the opponents. And like I said before, we just need to go out there, execute the game plan, focus on us and what we need to do, and make sure that we come out victorious.
Good morning, Tshego. For you, following on the criticism that we've had in terms of scoring goals, are you in a way maybe a little bit disappointed that you are not in the Bafana professional squad for the two friendlies coming up?
In all honesty, not really. Yes, each and every player wants to play for the national team, but I believe if it's meant to happen, and it will happen. At some point, you look at Mshishi, what happened with him. He wasn't selected at all, and now he's being selected each and every camp. So for me, it's not something that I think about quite a lot. Yes, I've been doing well, and yeah, like I say, if it's meant to happen, it will happen. So I'm not worried about that at all.
Vincent from SABC. You have beaten Sundowns in the last 2 cup matches. The MTN 8 last season, and also the MTN 8 final this season. Are you going to this match with a psychological and mental edge?
Yeah, look, this is a very big game, and I know that we come well prepared for this game as well, and it won't be easy, but it will be about who wants it more on the day, I think, and I know that the boys will give it their all, and I have my full confidence in them that we'll go all the way in this game.
Good morning, Tshego. Good to see you. For you,
Is this a clear, indication of how life can change in a split of a second? I mean, a couple of months ago you were playing at another club. Here you are, top goal scorer of the club in the league as well, and also possibly in this competition as well. Just take us through, how important that one must take life and that anything can happen at any, time.
Yes, your statement is actually quite right, and good question. Yeah, look, I started obviously elsewhere at the beginning of the season, but one thing that hasn't changed for me this season is the sort of mentality that I've had, the confidence that I've had since the beginning of the season, and I think it has helped me to achieve the things that I have achieved during the course of this season as well. And obviously the support that I've been getting, whether I was at Swallows, whether I was here, I mean, the support that I've been getting this season from my fellow teammates, it's been amazing, and I'm just really grateful for everything that they've done for me throughout this campaign so far.
We'll take the final 3 questions. Any takers?
Good morning, Kusama Turini from Super Sports. Captain, that man next to you, when you hear him speak, you can hear that he's a guy with his head right on his shoulders. How does he influence the team? Like he mentions, from another team comes and ends up with the golden boot in the season.
Yeah, I think generally in life, when you're humble, you'll always be surrounded by people who are willing to fight for you, who are willing to help you, when you need the help. But yeah, I mean, generally, Tshego is a smart guy. He's very quiet, down to earth, and he works very, very hard. What I like most about him is that he's selfless. You can see even the way he plays, he's always thinking about the player next to him, his teammates. So yeah, because of the characters that he has within him, we are able to help him because we know, he's also there for us when we need him. So yeah, I mean, all I can say is he must continue keeping his head down, remain humble, and keep scoring goals for the team.
Any other questions from people who haven't had an opportunity yet? Okay.
Skipper, just obviously Sundowns come into this game at the back of a defeat for them. Is there something in their breakdowns of the game that you guys saw that gives you a little bit of confidence going into a cup final?
Thank you for the question, Lawrence. But as I've already alluded, our preparations start today. So yeah, we will have our meetings, we will have our analysis and check in detail like we always do at any other match. So yeah, we will see, we will watch, but we don't only watch one match. We watch a lot of matches, in every game that we prepare for. So we will see, spaces and moments where we can exploit them. They're a good team, but they also have weaknesses, just like any other team. And we've seen over the weekend that anything can happen when you play the game the right way. So we will plan. We will take our time. It's good that we have the whole week. There are moments in the season where we didn't have the time to prepare. So this week we have a full week. So we will prepare. We will be ready. And I'm sure we will discuss within the team the things that we need to do and execute in the match.
Skipper, Super Sport as well. I think you possibly one of the few players that escaped through the ranks of the Pirates within the squad. You are now captain of the side as well. You played in your home province. How big would this be for you personally? Captain such a big club. Possibly, you puff out the cheeks, your chest out as well if you do win this one. But how important is it, considering that you are the captain in your home province and captain of one of the biggest sides in the continent?
Yeah, I've already said, that for me personally, the biggest one was the first one that I lifted as a captain. And I've already said also that from there, my focus is to help each and every individual next to me to make sure that they also experience the same moments, to be able to lift the trophy. And throughout my captaincy so far, that has always been my role, to make sure that my teammates are performing to the best of their abilities. I always make sure that I place them ahead of me, Yeah, so I mean, it's a cup final, big moments, God willing. Yeah, it's us, the big brand, Orlando Pirates, who will be lifting the trophy, and I'm looking forward to it. And I hope the guys that joined us late, they'll be able to experience it, because it's very important, looking ahead and planning for the future, so that everyone within the group, within the team, have tasted success, so that when we plan, we know how, to do it mentally. So for me, personally, that is what I hope for, that is what I pray for the new guys to be able to experience the moment of lifting a trophy, and for us to celebrate together once more. Yeah, we're playing in my hometown, in Nelspruit, but I mean, the focus is in the match. Yeah, thanks.